Good morning. How you doing this morning? This is Keith Neal, creativity coach for Morning Cup of Keith. And today, as we continue the common struggles, there's so many. There's so many of them. But these are common struggles that you could get help with a creativity coach. And today we're going to talk about being out of control. And when I talk about out of control, I think the first thing that you may think, and I thought about this too, especially when I was doing some research on it, is, it may sound like, mental breakdown, it may sound like you need to get, a mental health professional. And that's not entirely what I'm talking about when it comes to the out of control topic. Talking about how you may feel out of control if you have like multiple streams. As an entrepreneur, you need multiple streams of income. You can't just do it on one thing. And I know I'm aiming towards this in entrepreneurism because that's who's more than likely going to be reaching out to a coach. Now, you could reach out to a friend, you could say, hey, a business friend, and say, how do you do this? How do you do that? When it comes to feeling out of control with trying to manage everything, manage not just your businesses, but your life in general. Life happens. And if you're doing your own thing and people know that you're working from home, it's, most of the time they'll just reach out to you thinking that you have all this open time. And so there's a lot to kind of unpack with feeling out of control. And the biggest thing you want to do is like, well, where do you start? What do you start doing? Well, you start by reaching out to a creativity coach, a guide, someone who is going to be, just like that football coach analogy I use a lot, is a football team is not going to be able to make it on the field. They're not even going to be able to do the game without the proper coaching, without a coach that's going to get them through. I was just watching the other day on, so I'm in Minnesota, so we have to, we have the Vikings. Whether you love them or not, it's painful to watch. It's painful to watch a team that doesn't take cues from their coach. As far as I see it, I mean, I look at it and it looks like a disaster every time. They are doing well this season from what I see on the scoreboard, but they could do a whole lot better. There's a whole big room of improvement. So what happens is you want to reach out to a coach that's going to be able to help you with all that juggling, because there's a lot of juggling that you're going to do and a lot of things you have to try and fit in a week. I know for me, I look at my week and I go, oh my gosh, how did, I let some of these days go by? And they just do. But it is possible to pack all that in a week, to get all these things done. There's just some things you need to manage. One of them is, if you don't do it, I should go right into what happens if you don't. If you don't, you could run into a feeling of being deprived, disappointed, and down if you don't achieve what you need to get done in a week. You can just feel defeated. I know I've been there. I've been there where I'm going, man, why didn't I do this? Or why didn't I do that? Or what if I did this? Or what if I would have done that? So you can run into a lot of these things and it can feel like everything's out of control for you. Or you can, or you can do some different things to help with that out of control feeling. And one of them, one of the things you can do is you can break down all the things you got to do. So everything you got to do, break it down, and then break that down, those barriers. And so I saw like an analogy of a snowball, where it just, a good snowball, one that will gather up everything it needs to gather up and just roll through and be able to, so that everything that you need to do is there, is available, and it's connected to each other, but not without, it's not separated where you have to go into one room, open the door, shut the door, go into another room, open the door, shut the door. It's all open for you. It's a wide open space for you. And it's the thing that we run into for the problem is not to think of it as time management. It, don't let your black and white thinking and rigid definitions, hold you back or put you in a place where you're stuck, or you feel paralyzed. You feel just, what do I do? I've been there, where I'm being asked of things to do when I'm trying to focus on the business, and it's, it can be really paralyzing. You just sit there and you feel defeated. So when you break down what you need to do and you open up those walls and, blend things together, and it's going to look different for everyone. Everyone is going to be, it's going to be a very different look. You're going to be able to reduce your stress and work on the achievement in the issues that you're dealing with. And I know that can kind of sound a bit vague, but yeah, everybody's going to have a very different thing going for, with them. So let's say you're single, you're not going to really have a family dynamic, within your multiple streams. If you have kids, so let's say you're a single mother, which can seem really challenging, but it's achievable. Just to give you some little positive boost there, it is achievable to do. What do? You could, you blend them together. So it could look like, and I've seen this done before, where business professionals involve their children with the business, and one of the biggest premier names out there, Grant Cardone, does that with his children. It's teaching his children how to do business, and one of them is in their preteens. And it's like, it's incredible on how they can still manage their family, and their family travels a lot. They go all over the place. And, but to blend that together, to put that together. So don't think of it as time management. Don't get stuck in black and white thinking, and regimentation, but to really creatively flow. And that's where Creative Coach comes in, is they're going to help you creatively flow with that. And as I mentioned before, creativity coaching isn't just for, teaching artists or musicians or any type of other art discipline. It's for everyone, really. And especially those corporates, where I cannot imagine what it would be like to be able to have to be constantly running all the time. And to the point where you can't even enjoy it, preparing for a holiday. I've seen some of these VPs. It's just incredible what they have to do and what time is they're taken away from. One VP would have to decorate her house for Christmas in July because she wasn't going to be back until they had the holiday break. It's just really interesting how you have to kind of think that far ahead in a way, but then also how do you manage that? What are you doing with your management? And that's where a creativity coach can help guide you. All right, thanks for watching this. More to come on Out of Control, because to me it's a multi topic. There's a lot to unpack on feeling out of control. What do you do, and what can you do about it? And again, the first thing is reach out and to help breaking down what you need to get done. All right. Thanks for watching this. I'll see you on the next video. And please subscribe, like, and share. And if you hit the notification bell, you'll see when the next video comes out. All right. See you next time.